Change of focus. The redirection of your focus can be difficult and challenging at times, especially when people in your life speak things that seem to be favorable for you and your future. Well, why wouldn't you want to focus on the things that people see for your life and your future? The best way for me to describe it is like I have been for the past 50 plus episodes, giving you a glimpse into my life. Depending on which episode you started listening to, you may have heard me starting projects and creating things to meet the needs of what others thought I could do. Yes, I challenged myself to do them. Yes, I enjoyed doing them. In reality, was it my focus or theirs? At times, it was really difficult for me to separate the two, their focus versus my focus. As many people in this world, I've been looking for that thing or things that would yield the financial results that would create a sustainable lifestyle for me that would allow me to walk away from corporate in the traditional sense. I long for the opportunity to build businesses that will support the communities I hold dear and employ people that I can pour my years of experience into so that they can build their financial legacies. Yet, each time someone thought of something that I could do to make money to move out of corporate as I know it, the change of focus shifted things for me and moved my thought process off the original task at hand. I wouldn't say no to the new thing in my face as it was shiny and new. It deserved my attention. I could not possibly let down the person who thought of me to lead this endeavor of change. I highly consider myself a positive change agent, so you know I wanted in on these requests. Also, I didn't want to be on the outside looking in on what could be the thing or things that would make my desires come true. Needless to say, all change of focus is not created equal. Prime example, when you are focused on eliminating unnecessary debt, you have to be steadfast and unmovable, perched securely in place to complete the mission. Any small sway from your mission will shake up your focus. Oh, wait, that's me. Or should I say, was me. I would be focused on the plan I created, working it diligently, and then bam, focus redirected because this thing sounds like the thing that will get me to the place I want to be, only to realize that the shift in my focus to the other things was subtracting from the plan that I was working on. I did not have the discipline to do both at the same time. Operating in a divided mindset didn't work very well for me. When I tried that divided mindset or multiple projects of trying to complete different things all at once, it wore me out. I started out like a well trained distance runner, only to end up as an out of shape beginner runner, not even understanding the basics of the breathing techniques required to go the distance. Each time I had a change of focus in the middle of a project, I caused mayhem in my world. It has taken me years to learn the art of accepting what people see and speak into my life and placing those items in a notebook or a Rolodex space in my mind. Just because someone says that there is something that I may be good at or good at building does not mean that I am to do it right at this very moment. What is for me, as there is only one me. The things that are to be built and deployed by me will either find their way to completion or they won't. I had to stop having a change of focus because of the honor and respect that I felt when someone I held in high esteem told me what they saw in me and for my life. If the change of focus is not going to yield me immediate results, it will be placed on the wait list until it is time for it to be developed properly. The other change of focus I used to find myself in was when someone I cared for was in distress. I would leap into action to try to solve this or that. I cannot stand seeing others in distress and will try to help where I can to resolve the concern, sometimes way too much to my own detriment. The lessons learned of giving more of myself to someone else's focus instead of my own really got me worn out and fatigued. Nothing left for me to focus on with my own things for being overly focused on someone else's things. Giving up mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, and financial focus all to someone else's endeavors, only to be left with barely anything for myself. Desired results not realized because I was more focused on their things than they were their own. How do you remain steadfast in not changing your focus? Great question. It has taken me years and I am still working on this. I started listening to hear instead of responding. I would be quick to insert Jamie here to change my focus on the things I was doing to change to the focus of the person in need of help. I thought that was the right thing to do. I now realize that it is better to listen and then ask clarifying questions. All issues and concerns are not for me to resolve. Heck, 99% of them are not for me to redirect my focus to solve. My change of focus when someone comes to me with something is to listen, pause, and then ask some questions. Allow them to focus on what they need to focus on for themselves. I am not to change the focus of what I am doing for myself. There have been way too many change of focus scenarios that have taken me 100 steps backwards from where I was, all because I thought my change of focus was to be a shero when I was really supposed to listen, pause, and ask clarifying questions to help them get their focus back in order. There was a time the change of focus was to meet the expectations that others had of me, the type of car I should drive, the clothes I should wear, the endeavors I should pursue, and the people I should meet. I rode with those things, thinking that shifting my focus in those areas was going to yield me results that today I don't know if I even wanted those when I signed up for them. When you operate in the get along mentality, it will definitely move you off of your focus areas. Now that I am more aware of what a change of focus can do to the plans and goals I have for myself, I do not freely accept what others thinks of my focus and what it should be. When offered, it is noted and visited later, as no one else can walk out the plans I have for my life. Operating in a constant change of focus leads to self destruction. It erodes you slowly until you have nothing accomplished. One of the best decisions I have made for myself is to not be moved by the change of focus requests that flow into my life. Taking those moments to pause, evaluating the significance of what was presented, then determining where it fits on my journey to destination of greatness. If it is not something that is needed immediately, guess what? It is placed on the wait list. I have learned that my focus has to be guarded and protected. It is a precious commodity, and I do not take it lightly. It is the driving force behind me achieving the levels of success I desire for myself. Or it could be me wallowing in self pity because I was too weak to focus on me. I was too weak to focus on me in years past, thinking that others would look at me as being selfish, only later to realize that focusing on me and operating in the areas and the things that I know I excel in is self-full, not selfish. Because the better I am in what I focus on with me, the better I am with helping others focus on what is good in them. These days, I am very stubborn with the change of focus. I have learned the hard lessons of what change of focus can do if I allow it a seat at my table and become a disruptor. I learned that I am better for myself when I allow me to focus on what makes me the most happy and that continues to build, encourage, and edify me. Being stubborn with my change of focus also enables me to listen, pause, and ask myself clarifying questions, not jumping in immediately into actions to solve things for anyone else before they have a chance to fix them for themselves. I also like helping them to locate the answers within them to regain their focus to complete their mission. Change of focus can be positive when used effectively. Yet, I must say, with all of the distractions around us, it is easy to get lost in what seems like the greatest thing to go jump into. Give your dreams, goals, missions, and visions a fighting chance by being steadfast and unmovable on your focus areas so that you can yield the desired results you have for you and your legacy.